as individuals fuel our own insecurities. We tend to look at all of these beautiful trends and ideals and judge ourselves and others based on them. By buying into these narrow ideals, we create a cycle of self-doubt. Hello everyone, my name is Priya, Ganpat, and today I'll be talking about what is beauty, a world of standards. You might wonder, how does this connect to our theme? Well, the concept of fractured lenses is about broken glass. No matter which angle you look at it from, it's always different. The same can be said about beauty. The world is like a vast piece of glass, with each country representing a different shard, offering its own unique perspective on what is considered beautiful. Just as each broken piece reflects a different view, beauty standards around the world are fractured, shaped by culture, history, and society's ever-changing ideals. How many of us looked in the mirror today and thought, what should I wear? Or, do I look good? If you did, raise your hand. Because I know for sure, I definitely did. You know, we all have those moments where we're looking for that perfect look. The look that isn't over the top. The look that's just right. Kind of like Goldilocks and her porridge. Let's think about this. How many of us have wanted clear skin, healthy hair, a fit body, or fashion, like amazing clothing? Maybe, for some of the guys out there, a bit more facial hair. It's almost like we have this checklist that we're chasing, right? I mean, we live in a world where we're constantly bombarded by images of what we should look like. And that's not just on billboards. It's on our For You pages every single day. Statista says, as of July 2024, over 5 billion people were on the internet, and 63.8% were social media users. Now, I would like to bet that every single person here has at least one social media app. I'm talking Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook. The list goes on. Now, think for a second. How much time do you spend scrolling on these platforms every single day? According to Forbes, on any given day, we're hit with about 4,000 to 10,000 ads. And a huge chunk of these ads are to do with fashion and beauty. So, we're here looking at these perfectly shaped images and thinking to ourselves that, wow, they're beautiful. Here's a fun example. Any of you heard the word demure? It's been trending lately. Well, mostly thanks to the TikToker named Jules LeBron, who made a video talking about how her makeup looked very demure, very mindful. And it ranked to over 51 million views. But the real question is, why did it go famous? It went famous because big-time celebrities like Jennifer Lopez, Olivia Rodrigo, and Khloe Kardashian jumped on it. And just like that, many of us get wrapped up in these ideals and trends and almost feel the need that we have to change ourselves just so we can fit into society. Beauty can mean something different to everyone. To some, it's about the way you look. To others, it's about the way you feel, how you carry yourselves, your confidence. In fact, I remember looking at this article that was talking about how people perceive beauty. Some people said that they found beauty to be perfect. Some said beauty was their mom. Some said beauty is all things that are natural. But there was one answer that stood out the most. They said, if you were to Google beautiful men or women, white people who look like models are most likely to show up. Now, I thought to myself, is this true? Or like, it's just a rumor. So I searched it up myself. And to my surprise, they were right. Here's the saying we've probably all heard. Behind every man is a woman. How about we give it a little twist today? Let's spice it up and say that behind every successful and attractive person is a young kid that's probably never satisfied with themselves. In reality, the standard we're told to aim for is often unrealistic. It's hard for many people to fit into a narrow box when we all come from different cultures and backgrounds. For example, I grew up in an Indian household where I was raised very differently. I was told that you need to meet a certain standard or else you'll never fit into society. You'll be an outcast. Some of these standards being a fair complexion, thick, long and healthy hair, big eyes, plump lips, and perfectly shaped eyebrows. And guess what? Being too thin, but not so thin to the point that you look malnourished. Bollywood, we all have heard about Bollywood, of course. They tend to heavily lean towards fair skin, as if it's the ultimate sign of attractiveness. In India, many women are judged on the color of their skin. And those that have a darker complexion are often treated unfairly. From a young age, they're told that being fair is the key of beauty, success, and even love. And a darker complexion is often seen as something to be ashamed of. And women are made to feel as if they're not good enough. This belief is heavily enforced by the media, advertisements, and even sometimes family members. This pressure of being fair is so strong that some women go to extreme lengths and start using skin lightening products that promise to make them beautiful, to make them more attractive, when in reality, they do nothing more than make them feel worse about themselves. There was a global search done in the trend of the following terms, such as skin whitening, skin brightening, and skin bleaching. And shocking enough, India was a part of all of them. Many people use such products not knowing the side effects it has. Skin bleaching products do the following things. 1. Your skin becomes thinner. These products make your skin so thin to the point that any kind of pressure can easily bruise or tear your skin. Your skin becomes more sensitive to the sun. When you use such kinds of products, they tend to interfere with the production of melanin. And when melanin is not produced, your skin is unable to protect you from harmful UV rays. 3. Your skin becomes more prone to dark spots, acne, and skin irritation. What happens sometimes over time is that these products start to cause a negative reaction in your skin, to the point that these products won't even work anymore, resulting in you buying more expensive, more harmful, and more killing products. 4. Permanent damage and the need to use more. We all know that once your skin gets used to something, you might need something that can make it work more, that can have better results. 5. Most of these products can lead to mercury poisoning and hormonal problems. Some of these products contain kidneys to your nervous system. And shocking enough, these products can mess with your hormones, leading to weight gain or health issues. When I was younger, I wasn't as fair as I am right now. I was very tanned and more towards the darker side. And this was a big issue. Whenever I visited India, my mom would be told that she needs to be lighter. She's too dark. If she doesn't become lighter, no man would want to marry her. Mind well, I was 6 at that time. But now, these words led to the formation of insecurities in me. I questioned myself. Am I not good enough? Is my skin color the only factor that determines beauty? I remember going to the salon with my mom one day, and the lady asked my mom if I wanted to get a skin whitening laser done. And my mom instantly refused. But it shocks me every time I look back and realize that she saw no problem in a 6-year-old getting a skin whitening laser done. Now, let me ask you this. Is all of this worth it? Is fitting into society more important than your life? Does fitting these standards does not fitting these standards make any of us less beautiful? Do we have to change ourselves to fit into society? No, we don't. All we have to do is embrace ourselves and be happy with yourselves. I would like all of you to put your hand in front of you and look at your 5 fingers. Are they all the same? No. So how can we expect all of us to be the same? Now, beauty is like a puzzle. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. It's about how people like the color blue, while others like the color green. It's all about preference and personal taste. Beauty is very subjective. When I think about beauty, it's kind of like nature. A flower doesn't bloom to impress anyone. It just blooms. Our uniqueness is our beauty. So embrace who you are and realize that this standard society sets is nothing more than just an opinion. We've all heard that beauty comes from within, but society seems to contradict this idea every single day. Just remember, when you look in the mirror, you're seeing a masterpiece. Beauty isn't about fitting into some mold. It's about being yourself. So, the next time you see a perfect image, remind yourself, beauty isn't about what you see, it's also about what you feel. Just as the Bhagavad Gita states, there is no beauty in the body. Beautiful are the person's deeds, his thoughts, his speech, his behavior, his culture, and his character. For a long time now, I've been reading books and listening to many motivational speeches by Gopal Das. He's an Indian monk, and he talks about many life-changing and interesting topics. A few years back, I was reading one of his books where I found something, and it really stuck with me throughout the years. And I'd like to share that with you today. He says that before loving others, one should learn to love themselves. Because self-love is important. Because one who doesn't love themselves can never love anyone else. Thus, making self-love an important factor. In the name of loving everyone else, we're hating ourselves. We abuse ourselves to serve others while we neglect ourselves. You can never pour from an empty jug. If the jug is empty, no matter how hard you pour, nothing will come out. Just like that, our heart is like a jug. you pour, nothing will come out. Before you can love someone else, your jug must be filled with love. If your jug is empty, nothing comes out. So fill your jug first. Before loving others, fill your heart with love. If your jug is full, please raise your hand. When we talk about the heart being full, the love of our parents, the love of our friends, the love of our family, but mostly what's important is the love of ourselves. Loving yourself is the most important thing one can do for themselves. We all need to learn and practice self-love. We're always busy thinking about, how can I keep this person happy? How can I make them like me? How can I make them love me? How can I impress them? But hold up. How do you feel about yourself after all of this? Does it make you happy? Does making other people give you joy? And truth be told, only way to keep someone else happy is keeping yourself happy first. If you want other people to love you, to like you, learn to love and like yourself first. I would like to leave you with one verse in the Bhagavad Gita. It mentions, as the human puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. Now, you may ask, what does this mean? This verse compares the body to clothes. The human body becomes old and worn out, just as a person changes clothes. The soul changes bodies. Our body and flesh will once become powder with no meaning, no beauty. Our bodies are constantly changing, so treat your body like a temple. Don't change your physical appearance for society. Be yourself, be happy. Thank you.